and presently came upon the Kodi Bhairava temple. Salutations to the goddess. Here, the holy army. You are new to this place? Revered priest, you guessed correctly. I'm Yaduraya. This is my younger brother, Krishna Raya. Namaste. Namaste. Receive the holy prasadam. We are of the Yadu dynasty. We set off from Dwarka. We have traveled all over the country. Could we camp here for a few days? By all means. The presence of Lord Odibhai and the serene ambience will bring me peace. Good priest, tell us what is special about this. Misfortune has fallen upon the royal family. And so, the ascetic Jangama Bandari Basappa told the brothers of the bully Maranayaka and his demands. Brothers Yaduraya and Krishnaraya thought over it. They decided to offer their services to the royal family.
Namaste, Royal Mother. We are of the Yadu dynasty. We have come here to free you from your distress. Send a message to Maranayaka that you agree to give your daughter in marriage. May the coming full moon become his day of death.
The grateful royal mother sent the born message to Maranayaka. The full moon arrived. Maranayaka with his entourage moved from Karuvari to Hovinadu. The brothers Yaduraya and Krishnaraya joined the wedding party. In disguise, with Maranayaka in the middle, Yaduraya and Krishnaraya suddenly fell upon him. The bullying chieftain fell, cried,
Oh, please! Spare my life!
You have caused misery to helpless women. You deserve to die. Krishnaraya, lay siege to Karugahalli. Take it under your control. I shall secure the safety of the royal family.
As you command, brother!
Royal Mother, your misery is at end. You and your province are secure.
We have no means to thank you.
Mother, we did our duty. Why talk of gratitude?
We seek your grace of heart. Marry my daughter, Deva Jamani, and protect our kingdom.
As you wish, Mother.
Let the wedding take place right away.
and so it came to pass, an epoch in Karnataka, a great regime was born. Yaduraya ascended the throne on the 11th of April, 1399. He took on the title Vadiyar. The princess of Yadu Vamsha, the Yadu dynasty, became the founders of the Mysore Vadiyar dynasty.
Let me tell the rest of the story.
And who might you be, lady?
I'm Kaveri. Daughter of King Kavera. They call me Loka Pavani, the one who cleanses the world. Thanks to the measureless kindness of sage Agastya, I flow as a river. Srirangapattana is the little island I protect, flowing as I do on either side of it. In the year 1610, Rajavadiyar I invaded my little island. The island's ruler, Srirangaraya, a vassal of Vijayanagara, was very weak. He surrendered my island to Rajavadiyar and fled to Talakadu. Victorious Rajavadiyar now stood before the great golden throne of Vijayanagara. Oh, his eyes eyes weren't enough for all of its dazzling splendor. His ears, too inadequate for its far-reaching fame. The world never tired of singing its praises. There is no equal on earth to this throne of the palace, glittering, shining, splendidly studded with pearl and precious stone. On the 23rd of March 1610, Rajavadiyar shifted his capital from Mysore to Mai Srirangapatana.
My trusted minister, it is our desire to build a kingdom as glorious as Vijayanagara. We must celebrate Mahanavami, the traditional 9-day festival, on a scale to match the grandeur of Vijayanagara. Let the preparations begin.
Your Highness, yes, Minister. When the previous ruler, Sri Rangaraya, conducted the 9-day festival, his queen, Alamelama, would send her big pearl nose stud and other precious ornaments to adorn the deity Ranganayaki. But Alamelama has now fled with her husband and taken away her ornaments with her.
Send word that she return them.
By this order of his, the warriors of Mysore became victims of a curse. The curse of a virtuous woman. The previous ruler, Sri Rangaraya, was already dead by then. When the warriors' orders reached Alamelama, she uttered a terrible curse on the royal family, the like of which had never been heard before.
Hear ye gods who wander the skies. Hear ye Ashtadikpalikas, ye guardians of the 8 directions. Hear ye the 5 elements. The fire of the female form flows in the skies. A kindled storm. My lord is dead. My ornaments are now to be snatched. My honor itself might be at stake. Enemies' horses chase. My end is at hand. Lend me your ears. Pay heed to my words. Talakadu, be sad. Talakadu, be sad. Malangi, be fire. Malangi, be fire. Rulers of Mysore, be airless forever. Airless forever.
Curse, oh curse, curse on Talakadu, curse on Malangi, curse on the Mysore rulers, the curse of Alamelama. I have lost count of the many that have plunged into me. But Alamelama, I can never forget, nor could the Mysore warriors.
The warriors brought to Mysore a great confluence of erudition, valor, literature, music, and the fine arts. Their enduring ideal was the old Vijayanagara Empire. The lights that danced and glowed on the banks of the river Tungabhadra did shine on the banks of the Kaveri too.
Kanthirava Narasaraja Vadiyar was known for his physical prowess. The world knew him as a Ranadhira, for he was without equal in the art of wrestling.
at his town's gate. If there be a challenger who dares, he may fling the underwear aside and wrestle with him.
Oh, the town crier's message singed the sinews of Ranadhira, made them taut. He arrived in disguise at the town gate of Tiruchinappalli and pulled down the offending garment. The challenge taken, the match ensued. Eventually, Ranadhira drew his sword, Vijaya Narasimha, its sting deadlier than that of a wasp, and struck. Wonder of wonders, the stricken Jatti stood rooted to the spot. The spectators gaped. Smiling, Ranadhira nudged gently the Jatti's head, separating clean from the body. It fell to the ground. The crowd marveled at this sleight of hand swordsmanship. Ranadhira Kanthirava Narasaraja Vadiyar defeated Ranadullah Khan of Bijapur, the chieftain of Madurai, and Kempe Gowda of Magadi. He extended the kingdom. He launched his own mint and brought into currency a coin by the name Kanthirayapana. He came to be called the model king in the annals of Mysore history. Succeeding Kanthirava Narasaraja to power came Doddadeva Raja Vadiyar. He built the 1,000 steps up the Chamundi hill. Along the path, he installed the exquisite statue of Nandi, the bull. Chikkadeva Raja Vadiyar, who came later, heralded the arrival of the golden age of Mysore.
Shriman Mahishura Ratna Simhasanadhishwara Nirutanganda Raja Jagadeva Navakoti Narayana Apratima Veera Dakshina Chakravarti Chikkadeva Raja Bahupara Bahupara Bahupara.
Chikkadeva Raja was a hero. He overcame the chieftain of Madurai and the king of Tiruchinappalli. He defeated the Marathas. He enjoyed the friendship of Aurangzeb, the Mughal emperor of Delhi, who bestowed upon him the title Raja Jagadeva, Maharaja Chikkadeva Raja Muhammad Shahi. His significant achievement was administrative reform. He set up the Athara Kacheri, the 18 departments of administration. He introduced the postal system and regulated markets. He constructed the Chikkadevaraya and Devaraya canals and also established mints. He was the patron of Singararya, who authored the first Kannada play, Mitravinda Govinda. He was also the patron of writers like Tirumalarya, Chikkopadhyaya, Timmarasa, Mallikarjuna, Shringaramma, and Sanchi Honnamma. In his work, Apratima Veera Charite, the annals of the incomparable hero, Tirumalarya describes Chikkadeva Raja in these terms.
Jagat
Sanchi Honnamma was a maid in Chikkadeva Raja's palace. The proximity of the court poets evoked her own poetic inspiration. She wrote a poem titled Hadibadeya Dharma. One day, Chikkadeva Raja was eager to listen to her poem.
Honnamma, I hear that between your duties, you write poetry. May you not enjoy the grace of your lyric?
Oh, sire, my lyric is but immature. Your court is endowed with stalwart poets of unmatched caliber. I am but a flickering candle before their poetic brilliance.
But Tirumalaria himself has praised your poem in my very presence. Come, do present us a selection of your lyric.
I am blessed, my lord, to have the praise of a poet like Tirumalaria and the audience of a king such as your majesty. I am truly blessed. Wise like woman. Woman it is who bears. Weren't all born by one, protected and nurtured by one? Why yet be fools to condemn woman? The warrior himself was a poet, a scholar, and an accomplished player of the veena. His own favorite was a veena named Kalavati. He delighted in the very touch of it. When he placed it on his lap, gently, and plucked the strings with skilled fingers, the universe was filled with sounds celestial. The melodies from the instrument resonated sweetly across my tiny island.
Mother, you pause. Play continue.
You are eager to know the past, yet I must pause. For what comes next is not pleasant.
Is it for me to tell you more of the ebb and tide of history? When was it that history was not uneven? Do go on, Mother.
It was the middle of the 18th century. The Mughals were in decline all over India. The Marathas were growing strong. The British were on the rise. Kings everywhere were reduced to mere dummies. Power went into the hands of strong military heads. Mysore was not an exception to the times. Army chiefs Nanjarajaya and Devarajaya ruled in wanton abandon. Krishnaraja Vadiyar II protested against their atrocities. He decided to talk to his subjects directly, to learn of their problems and needs. Karachuri Nanjarajaya did not like this idea.
Your Highness, your delicate little body will not withstand the rigors of heat and dust. We have taken much care, beyond your own, to nurture your gentle self without exposing it to undue hardship, to keep your royal person in robust health. Your royal self and the Mysore kingdom are like our own two eyes. It is by the grace of Lord Ranganatha that your royal self is not in peril as yet. So desist from inviting it upon yourself.
So warned, the warrior was put under house arrest. But Nanjarajaya himself became a victim of the cruel hand of fate. He was instrumental, unwittingly, in letting into the Mysore province a young man called Haidar. It was at that moment that history took a turn. In 1766, Hyder Ali took hold of the Mysore administration and established absolute control. He ruled in the name of the warrior. He defeated the British and expanded the Mysore kingdom over 80,000 square miles. On Hyder's death, his son Tipu took over the administration in 1782. Proclaiming himself the Sultan of Mysore, he ruled for 17 years. He fought the British, and in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, he was killed in battle. The 4th of May, 1799, was the day the glory of my beloved island was snuffed out forever. The capital was shifted, this time from Srirangapatna to Mysore. Thence my tiny island and I became past glory.
The British installed a monarch, little Krishnaraja Warrior III, as the new ruler. Diwan Poonaya was to oversee the new administration. The warriors were back in Mysore. In 1800, on this very site, was built a palace suitable for the residence of the king. It was a 5-storied structure with exquisite carvings of intricate design. Krishnaraja Warrior III was the epitome of the arts. He was a patron of poetry, music, and literature. He himself wrote over 20 celebrated works. In his famous work, Sri Tatvanidhi, are descriptions of 35 ancient ragas. Krishnaraja Warrior III established the first English medium school in Mysore, the Raja School. To him accrues the credit for starting the world-renowned Mysore Dasara. Krishnaraja Warrior III was succeeded by Chamaraja Warrior X, who was the harbinger of modern Mysore. He instituted the Representative Assembly of Mysore State in 1881. The first democratic institution of its kind in the country. It was during his reign that the Kolar goldfields, the railroads of Mysuru Bengaluru and Bengaluru Titturu, and the Mysuru Zoo were established. Chamaraja Warrior X was fated to an untimely death in 1894. It was the year 1897, the wedding of Princess Jayalakshmi. The tongues of flame rose higher and higher to consume the solid dry wood. The wooden palace turned into ashes. A few days later, the Queen of Mysore, Maharani Kempananjamani, came to see the ruin accompanied by the British resident.
President Sahib, it is our wish that a grand palace be built at this very spot where the wooden palace stood. Among all palaces, it must shine like a jewel in the crown.
As your highness wishes, I will ask Henry Irwin to prepare a plan for the palace.
Henry Irwin? Who is this Henry Irwin?
A great architect from England. He built the Vice-Regal Lodge at Shimla.
Then send for him at once.
The master architect came to Mysore. He stood here to take in the 72 acres of the site. The vision of a palace began to take shape in his mind. It was to be a grand structure, 245 feet long and 156 feet wide. The actual palace rose from the ground slowly, surely. The construction of the palace, which began in 1897, saw completion in 1912. Today, people witness the history of Mysore through this glorious palace. An elegant memory of modern Mysore is that of Krishnaraja Wadiyar IV. He took Mysore to its destiny of a model state. The founding of the Shimsha slum, distinguished administrators like the Diwans, Sir Mukshagundam Vishvesharaya and Sir Mirza Ismail served the state during his regime.
Attention! His Royal Highness, Salazar!
Your Highness, Sri Vishveshwaraya awaits your kind audience.
Vishveshwaraya, please stay. We are apprised of this freedom.
Your Highness, if a dam were built across the Kaveri, thousands of acres of barren land would become most fertile. The lives of the poor would be flooded with wealth.
We do appreciate your genius. The scheme of such noble ambition will indeed have our ready support. Please proceed.
I'm most grateful to your Highness.
It was during the reign of Krishnaraja Wadiyar IV that the dam was built. Behind the dam was built a splendid garden, Vrindavan. Even the hydroelectric power generation project at Shivanasamudra, the first in Asia, was completed during his tenure. Thus, the distinction of bringing electric power to the cities of Mysore and Bengaluru goes to Krishnaraja Wadiyar IV. Mysore was delighted. Sovereign Krishnaraja, light of every home. The name Krishnaraja became immortal in the history of Mysore. Mahatma Gandhi called him Rajarishi, a sage among kings. The University of Banaras bestowed on him a doctorate of law. Eminent Kannada poet B.M. Shrikantaya wrote lyrics in his praise.
Mysore, the land of gold. Mysore, sanctum of the sandal. Mysore, gloried by the Veena. This Mysore, Krishnaraja IV.
passing of Krishnaraja Wadiyar IV, Jayachamaraja Wadiyar became the king of Mysore. He was to be its last, ruling from 1940 till 1950, when India became a republic. During his tenure, the Sharavati hydroelectric project and the Bhadra project were envisaged. A philosopher, connoisseur, musicologist and statesman, he lived up to the Wadiyar glory. As a composer, his name is reckoned among stalwarts, with bhakti or devotion being the main theme of his compositions in Sanskrit. Famous musicians sing them at concerts even today.
My praises to great Ganapati, son of Shiva, brother of the six-faced Lord, to him who grants wishes and clears obstacles.
Jayachamaraja Wadiyar breathed his last on September 23rd, 1974. The royal dynasty is now past, but it has left behind this breathtaking palace and the undying legacy of fine taste it cultivated among the people. The royal tradition manifests itself every year in the great Dasara festivities. In today's Dasara, now observed as a people's festival, we carry Goddess Bhuvaneshwari, the deity of the land, in a grand procession. All of Mysore rejoices in this festival of enlightenment. We cleanse ourselves in the holy Kaveri and fill our eyes with Mother Chamundi. We stand mute at the resplendent beauty of this lit palace. Mysore glows iridescently in its many hues. Mysore Dasara, our Dasara. It brings tradition alive year after year. This tradition will live forever. Welcome to Mysore. Now, here, forever.